or up to last year, we were contributing 7% of GDP at $3 trillion economy. Today, we are already up to 9 to 9.5% of GDP. Niti Aayog has made a statement that at $5 trillion economy, real estate and allied forces would contribute 15% plus of the economy. I've seen RCC buildings which have been made in various parts of the country which last 100 years and there's no problem. And there is bad work done. So you have bad roads in India, you have good roads in India. You have bad buildings in India, you have good buildings in India. So it's a question of a commitment done by the government, local authorities, private developers as to the quality of work that you want to do. We will not compromise on quality ever again. And that's a commitment we need to give to our people. Because we are spending money, we are spending hundreds of crores of rupees and we're making bad roads, bad building. The people who are responsible for that should be actually hanged because they are national waste.
So how do you see real estate companies evolving as an asset class for the next decade?
Roti, kapda, makan. Obviously, in the area of makan, we have not fulfilled our commitments to all sectors of society. So in the next few years, this is going to happen. So real estate companies will do well. Will all real estate companies do well? Answer is yes and no. Obviously, everybody will not do well. Those who are well capitalized, well implemented, well working, those are the companies in the asset class which will do very, very well. So we have seen, for example, today or up to last year, we were contributing 7% of GDP at $3 trillion economy. Today, we are already up to 9 to 9.5% of GDP. Niti Aayog has made a statement that at $5 trillion economy, real estate and allied forces would contribute 15% plus of the economy. So the growth is going to be much faster than what was originally stated for real estate companies and infra companies, both. But whether all the companies will do well and the segmentation is going to last, yes or no, nobody can tell. And you will have to make judgment calls of individual companies. But real estate as a sector in the next 5 years will do fantastically well.
So, sir, we have seen this boom of new real estate as an asset class wherein fractional ownership is being proposed to investors. So, do you see this as democratization of, democratized access to real estate?
Well, both things are indirectly an access to real estate. IPOing, going on the stock market, you can buy a small fund single. That's as good as fractional ownerships in the corporate entity.
Right.
And similarly, fractional ownerships can take place. It's already happened in the case of commercial spaces where the REIT is the example which we do. And InvIT is the example in the infrastructure space. So that's happening. Fractional ownership will be a step in that direction without requiring to go to the capital markets. So you can have fractional ownership devoid of the capital markets, or you can have fractional ownership through a REIT listing in the capital markets. Both are going to happen. But in the residential space, there is a challenge. What is the challenge? The regulatory framework in the state level for vacating of place is still not in place. And people find a judicial challenge to get a vacancy of the tenant in most of the states. So a model rent act is proposed, changes in regulation will take place, and then you will see a sea jump in the fractional ownership. That will likely to happen. But when will it happen? Which states will take it up first? It depends on a collaboration between the central government, housing ministry, and the state government. So those things have to be put in place to create a paradigm leap in the fractional ownerships. Because then international funds will also invest. You can do a listing in terms of that through the REIT process after the fractional ownership is done by moving towards the REIT, though that is not crystallized as at the present.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we were very inspired by your speech this morning. So you mentioned, you referenced about systems lasting 25 years, without failure. So what do you think built these institutions that outlive founders?
I'm surprised. I went and saw the Ram Mandir, which is made out of stone, no cement. And it is earthquake resistance to 9 on the Richter scale. And the life of that structure is 1,000 years. So a technology which existed before RCC. I've seen RCC buildings which have been made in various parts of the country which last 100 years and there's no problem. And there is bad work done. So you have bad roads in India, you have good roads in India. You have bad buildings in India, you have good buildings in India. So it's a question of a commitment done by the government, local authorities, private developers as to the quality of work that you want to do. And you can't blame the engineers. The engineers who are here in India do bad work. They go to Dubai, there's not a single pothole in the whole of Dubai, for instance. While you will have a lot of potholes in our country here. So it's a question of whether we will take a decision. We will not compromise on quality ever again. And that's a commitment we need to give to our people. Because we are spending money, we are spending hundreds of crores of rupees and we're making bad roads, bad building. The people who are responsible for that should be actually hanged because they are national waste. And we need to focus on that very much. So, good quality is essential and anybody who makes bad quality in India henceforth should be punished, if not hanged.
So true, sir. So last question. So you spoke about empathy, sir. I just wanted to understand how can large institutions where there are so many people involved operationalize empathy instead of just speaking about it. It's very difficult. It's very easy at an individual level, but how about corporates empathizing?
Well, the same thing was talked about when we were told that about green buildings. When we made the first green building, they were laughing at us because it was going to cost us 12% more than the normal buildings. We made 2 buildings of platinum rated green buildings in Powai 20 years ago. And it cost us 12 to 15% more. Can you believe it? In energy cost alone, in 3.5 years, we recovered the extra cost of the building. And then it was profitable. So making a platinum rated green building, which is sustainable, which cost more, actually was profitable. The same thing is about empathy. When you deal with human nature, you can't be that rigorous. There has to be empathy attached to it in life. I understand corporate profit and loss. I run corporate entities myself. But that does not mean empathy cannot be at the back end because you're dealing with human beings. When you're dealing with robots, it's a different ballgame completely. But when you're dealing with human beings, empathy has to be a part of it. You have to understand that part of it. And that, if you do it, just like corporates are required to now report in their balance sheet about sustainability, one day they will also report about empathy. Wow. Take the state of Bhutan.
Right.
There is a Ministry of Happiness.
Right.
Dubai is now having a Ministry of Happiness.
That's true.
That's coming on. एक दिन यहाँ भी आएगा. पर पहले हमारा रोटी कपड़ा मकान पूरा हो जाए ना, फिर हम हैप्पीनेस और खुशी खुशी करेंगे. No gum.
Right. Thanks a lot, sir. It was lovely interacting, hearing you this morning.
Thank you.
I think you are, and sir, the best line that you spoke today was, and I was so impressed that I'm 75 and I've just started. I think it really changed our day and changed our perspective to how we are working.
It means that you still have a doubt in your mind about me.
No, absolutely not.